England are through. England are top of Group L. England have booked a last 3-2 clash with DR Congo. But somehow, after a 2-0 win over Panama, the biggest talking point is not the result. It is Roy Keane, and the Manchester United legend did not hold back. After watching Thomas Tuchel's side labor through another uncomfortable night at the World Cup, Keane delivered a brutal verdict live on ITV, questioning whether the England manager even knows his best team. His words were sharp. His warning was clear. England may have got the job done, but according to Keane, there are serious problems hiding behind the scoreline. Because with the knockout stage now here, there is no more room for experimenting. No more time for slow starts. No more excuses. And if England keep playing like this, Keane fears the tougher games could expose them. The Three Lions eventually sealed a 2-0 victory over Panama, with Jude Bellingham and Kane scoring in the second half. That win confirmed England's place at the top of Group L and set up a last 3-2 meeting with DR Congo. On paper, it looks like a professional night's work. But the performance told a different story. England struggled for rhythm in the first half. The tempo was flat, the attacking play lacked bite, and the side once again looked short of the intensity expected from a team chasing World Cup glory. For Roy Keane, that was the problem. Speaking on ITV, he admitted that England's top players eventually showed up after the break. He also accepted that Tuchel's side did what they had to do against poor opposition. But then came the criticism. Keane said that while there were positives from some of England's star names, Tuchel had done too much chopping and changing. And then he delivered the line that grabbed everyone's attention. He said he did not think Tuchel had a clue what his best 11 was. For Keane, that is not a small issue. That is a warning sign, especially now. The group stage is over. The knockout stage has arrived. And yet England still look like a team searching for answers. Tuchel has changed his defense, rotated his midfield, adjusted his attack, and now, according to Keane, England still do not look settled. That uncertainty is what concerns him most, because the next mistake could be the last. Keane's frustration was not only about selection, it was about the feel of England's performance. He said there was something lacking, a missing intensity. And he warned that when a team plays against opponents with much less quality, there is always a danger of being dragged down to their level. That, in his view, is what happened against Panama. England had the better players. England had the stronger squad. England had the experience and the expectation. But for long spells, they did not play like it. Keane went even further, saying England's top players had not turned up enough and that the team looked well short in the final third. The players with real quality, he said, were not showing it. And in one of his most cutting remarks, he compared the lack of quality to watching Scotland. It was classic Keane, blunt, direct, and impossible to ignore. But behind the harsh words was a serious point. England are no longer in the safety of the group stage. They are heading into knockout football, where slow starts can destroy a campaign, where missed chances can haunt a nation, and where uncertainty in selection can become fatal. Tuchel's squad is also dealing with fitness concerns. Reece James missed the Panama match after picking up a hamstring injury. That led to Jarell Quansah filling in at right back, but Quansah himself hobbled off during the game and could now be a doubt for the DR Congo clash. There were also several changes elsewhere. Nico O'Reilly, Morgan Rogers, and Marcus Rashford all came into the side, while Jed Spence, Declan Rice, and Anthony Gordon dropped out. Bukayo Saka was given his first start of the tournament after recovering from an Achilles problem, replacing Noni Madueke. And more changes are expected before England's next match. Declan Rice, who was rested after taking a knock against Ghana, is expected to return. But for Keane, that constant movement in the team is part of the concern. At this stage of a World Cup, England should be building momentum. Instead, the question remains, does Tuchel know his best 11? So England move on. They beat Panama. They top the group. They face DR Congo in the last 32. But Roy Keane's verdict has changed the mood around the win. Because this was not a celebration, it was a warning. England have the names, they have the talent, they have players capable of deciding matches in seconds. Jude Bellingham scored, Kane scored, the job was done. But Keane believes the performance raised more questions than answers. Where is the intensity? Where is the cutting edge? Where is the settled team? And most importantly, does Thomas Tuchel truly know the side he trusts when the World Cup pressure reaches boiling point? The next match will give us the answer. Against Panama, England survived a flat first half and found a way through. Against stronger opposition, that may not be enough. The knockout stage is here now. And if Roy Keane is right, England's biggest battle may not be against DR Congo. It may be against their own uncertainty.